exciting news for the watch world. Morgan Stanley announced that it is now the best time to buy Rolex, and the end of 2023 will mean prices will go up. Now, I wonder where they could have gotten this from. About 6 to 8 months ago, I kind of predicted that the end of 23 would bring in significantly higher prices, and that the beginning of 23 would bring in the best buying opportunity of our time. So what is happening, and why are other people like mainstream media now catching on? So let's break it down for you guys that have just joined us here on Watch Trading Academy. Something to consider is, first off, if you don't know what Watch Trading Academy is, or you haven't joined us yet, click the link in the bio right now. Secondly, if you just have no idea what watch trading is and why you are the last horse to cross the finish line, click the free training. It is there for you, and it's there to help you so you can get started, make money, and actually see what the fuss is about. Now, real quick, Morgan Stanley, one of the biggest, obviously, investment firms in the world, has announced that 2023 was going to be a great year for pricing of Rolex going up, and also the best time to actually get in is right now. What are they seeing? Well, simply put, pricing on Rolex hit an all-time low due to all of the Asia COVID closures that were ongoing, and so pricing was coming back near MSRP on very desirable models. And historically, we have never seen desirable models at MSRP, so it just didn't make sense in the secondary market to see this, so they noted that. Secondly, we pay attention to supply chain, and we see supply chain is not increasing. And if supply chain is not increasing over here, and you have pricing that's very low, and demand has simply gone down but is starting to catch back up, it's a very easy prediction that values will start to trend back up. So it's not magic, it's basic economics, it's not even something complex. What is important though to understand is that people in the mainstream media are now catching on to the idea that Rolexes and watches are now a significant source of not just trading or commodity to trade or income, but just a significant asset class to pay attention to. And this is very important because remember, the industry as a whole is supposed to 8x between now and 2025. I mean, it's just a few years away, and it's supposed to get that much bigger. Over the last 3 years, we've seen the industry go from 1 billion to 33 billion and growing. So there's just so much opportunity in this space, and it's such in its infancy stages. We're now seeing huge platforms start to come out of the woodworks trading watches. Like we've seen eBay really bust up its watch program. We've seen Chrono24 completely take on some massive funding and revamp their site. We've seen Grailsy, a new auction platform, come out of nowhere. Again, all of these things are starting to shift the future of watch trading and who the dominant players will be. And I think the gray markets and the hidden little traders and etc. are going to start getting a lot of opportunity in the next 6 to 12 months, and more importantly, over the next 3 years if they stay consistent. So it's exciting to see mainstream media catch on to what we've been talking about for so long. It's exciting to see how much opportunity still exists in the space despite all of these things. But more than anything else, it's so exciting to see the opportunity come to fruition for you, and all you have to do to take advantage of it, as I told you, is click the link in the bio. Now remember, China is now open and has provided a flood of demand back in the market, raising prices again on some of the most popular Rolex models. So do not stop playing right now, because the opportunities are huge. I am sometimes getting watches like this Platinum Daytona with diamond baguettes as low as $100,000 when this watch used to be almost $200,000, and in its low form was like $130,000. I mean, there are cases where you can buy it very close to MSRP with tax only like barely 20% over. You have to understand that it used to be 200% over. So you have to start looking at watches like stocks, not just like, oh, well, they crashed, so they're not coming back. How about they went down slightly and they're going to bounce back up? Now, We don't know, just like stocks, the rate at which they bounce back up, how quickly, how fast. If we did, we'd all be billionaires, right? We'd just make any unlimited play and it would work out. In this case, it's just an interesting industry to keep an eye on and just a very exciting time for us here at Watch Trading Academy, and more importantly for you as new watch traders. So keep an eye on it, and I'll catch you next time. But don't forget, like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on what Morgan Stanley's saying in the comments below.